the total BS comedy of the one and only Bobby Slam.
Hey, y'all doing tonight? Got my cheat cards here because I'm getting older and I forget shit. Anybody out there drinking tonight? Got your designated driver with you? Anybody got designated driver? Speaking of DDs, anybody got any double Ds out there tonight? Hell, hold them up. Let's say them now. It ain't got to be double Ds. Help me these size. I like all kinds of titties. Starting to get a set of titties myself. I'm getting a little bit bigger. I keep picking little Debbie's. But anyways, I am Bobby Slam. I'm a wrestling commentator, announcer. Been doing stand-up comedy for just a little bit, so I'm still a virgin on all this, so you guys bear with me. I'm still getting my nerves. And actually, before I tried stand-up comedy, I was a stripper. You believe that? Hell yeah. Believe it or not, the only thing was I got laid off. It's due to a part shortage. Apparently it was a major shortage from what they told me. My wife told me it would happen. But I've never been one to be scared to get naked. And actually, that's where I learned to do stand-up comedy, because every time I would get naked, the audience would laugh hysterically. You know? The problem with that, I never knew what they was laughing about. I never told any jokes. I thought drinking would help me a little bit with my nerves. I've never been scared to get naked. I get naked when I'm nervous. What does that mean, nervous? You're nervous right now. This might turn into a whole different show. No photos. You're not going to catch anything anyway. Unless you got a really good Zoom. But I've never been scared to get naked, though. I really haven't. And the reason why I've never been scared to get naked is you can tell I've worked hard on this body. I have. I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on this body. You know how much money I've spent on Coors Light, Taco Bell, McDonald's to obtain this figure. Anybody else? Anybody else got a figure like me? There you go. Let's see. Stand up, show it off. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But, you know, I am self-conscious. I did find out I do got nice titties when I get naked. I got in the shower the other day and I was looking in the mirror and I was like, she's got a nice set. You know, and I love titties. I really do. So I was looking at it in the shower and I found myself playing with them a little bit. Sorry, sometimes I get lost in the moment. But I knew it was getting really bad and I knew I needed to lose weight when my wife started motorboating me. So I was like, maybe you need to work out a little bit. Anybody else get motorboated? You get motorboated, you said you got a body like me. Where's your wife at? Right there, you motorboating? If you don't, go home motorboating tonight. But I got a great wife, I really do. I love my wife. And I'm married way out of my league. And I'll tell you things about my wife. Anybody's wife or significant other watch murder shows? Woo! Yeah. Hell yeah. Scary guys. I know, right? My wife watches them so much she goes to sleep watching these murder shows. Right? She actually solved the murder in sleep. And I've watched the murder shows with my wife sometimes before too, but I've never actually watched my wife watching them, you know what I mean? So like a couple months ago, I was sitting there watching, I think it was the show I Almost Got Away With It. Familiar with that? Well, I was sitting there watching it and I seen this lady, she had been slowly poisoning her husband. Alright? She'd been like putting nicotine or fucking decon or something in his drink a little bit at a time. Now, at the corner of my eye, I could see my wife going, Raised my fucking eyebrows and I was concerned me a little bit. And what really scared the shit out of me is when she started taking notes. I don't know if you guys know it or not. I was watching one of these shows. I actually own a pig. Anybody got a pig for a farm animal? I do. You do, really? All right, you're going to be scared here in a minute, all right? If you don't know what I know. I was watching one of these murder shows, and my wife had been wanting a pig forever. And guys, I don't own a big acre of land. I don't own a farm. I don't know why the hell my wife wanted a pig. I never did know why. So anyways, I did wind up getting her a pig for our anniversary one year. And never did know why she wanted the pig until I saw one of these murder shows and I actually found out, I learned that a pig can consume the entire human body. Did you know that?
Oh yeah.
Did you know that, Sarah? And you still bought her a pig? Did you know that? Have that? I don't know. It can human body. If you don't believe me, you can Google it. There was a pig farmer in Oregon, I believe. He had been outside, and he was a pig farmer, like I said, and he went out to feed his pigs. The guy had a heart attack, fell in the pig pen, and the poor soul got ate alive. And they ate him bones and all. Really, and the only reason they found out about it is one of his relatives had known he was missing for a little bit. They actually go out there and was checking on him. And the only thing they found in that pig pen was a set of dentures. I'm not kidding. You can Google it. So I guess what I'm trying to say, if I do wind up going missing, you see Bobby Slam missing on the news, somebody go to my house and check the pig shit, all right? I could be married to Carol Baskin. I don't know. But I love my wife. But anybody ever wish that your wife was bipolar? Is that weird? Nobody? Just me? Think about it, man. I want to tell you why. If your wife was bipolar and you have and you go to hump bobos or have sex, wouldn't that be considered a threesome? Or maybe, better yet, if she had multiple personalities, it'd be an orgy, right? Yeah. All right, but only if God would have given me like a remote, like say a clapper. You know what I mean? I can't clap with a microphone, man. Last time I done that, tore up the microphone. So like with a clapper, like if I wanted, I'd be like, I got like Mrs. Brady, she'd be able to cook and clean, actually cook good food, not burn it. And then I could clap again, I'd get like the wild party animal ready to go out and drink with me. My wife used to drink me out of the table. She can't do that anymore. Or my favorite, I get like the nympho, she never has a headache and she's wanting to put out all the time, doesn't mind to get blowjobs. But my problem would be, my luck, like, I get laying on Psycho and then I couldn't turn to some bitch out. You guys are going to go home and try it, maybe try to clap. It could work. Maybe you should try it tonight. When you get to bed. That'd be my luck. And it'd be like my ex-wife to be stuck on Psycho. God, I don't know. Oh, I tell you, I would hate that. I tell you, I got a love-hate relationship. Anybody got a smartphone? I'm sure everybody has a smartphone, right? I love smartphones and I hate smartphones. It's like one of the greatest inventions ever, and it's one of the worst inventions ever. And I'll tell you a story why. And one of the reasons I hate smartphones is autocorrect. Right? I'd rather just spell my shit wrong. I'll tell you a story. This is a true story, kind of. My buddy had a daughter who had to get tubes put in her ears. She had to go in for surgery, have tubes put in her ears. And the morning of the surgery, I texted him. I was like, hey man, how's everything going? How'd the surgery go? Well, he texts back, well, the surgery hadn't started yet. They're fixing to take her back. I hope the surgery goes well, and I hope she comes out of it all right, and I hope she does good. I texted back, yeah. What I thought I texted back was, yeah, I hope she does. What it had put was, I hope she dies. Yeah, I hope she does. Yeah, and I didn't realize it. It really, I hit send, and I didn't realize it took texts back. What the hell? Oh my God, dude, I'm sorry. It's autocorrect. I meant to put a hope she dies. Shit! And the sad part about that was that she actually did die. I'm just fucking, she's just dead. She's just dead. She's fine. She's fine. She's fine. I'm going to hell. We'll go to church tomorrow. Another thing about autocorrect, I can't never talk sexy to my wife. Like, I try texting sexy, this never works because, and this still happens today. Every time I put the word this, my phone puts thus, T-H-U-S. I don't know why. So I texted my wife one morning. I got off work early. I knew the kids were gone. So I would text her. I was like, hey, baby, I got off work early. When I get home, you want some of this? My wife's a smart ass like me. She said, oh, you texting all sexy. You texting all sexy. You're making me all sweat and corny. Okay. I don't even want none now. I don't know. So Alabama. You know I'm from Tennessee, right? Roll Tide. We got some Roll Tide. Who all Roll Tide fans? Hey, I'm glad I didn't open with that because y'all would have kicked my ass out of here. I'm Tennessee balls through and through. I believe I am.
You got them this year.
So we got them this year? Tennessee got them this year? I tell you what. Tennessee beat Alabama last year, right? Everybody know that? Y'all watch that game?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I watched
You
it.
watch that game?
We see. I watched it.
Anybody want to make a bet with me on this shit? Anybody? Not no money bet.
Uh-oh.
I can remember faces. You in the Bama fan. We gonna make a bet with me this year?
Let's do it.
Anybody else? I remember faces. I'll take your picture. You wanna make a bet with me? You want Auburn?
Yeah. Speak slow.
How come y'all didn't kick him out of here? Speak slowly with Auburn fans.
My money good. My money good.
Anybody, any guy wanna make a bet with me? You Alabama fan? You gonna come back? If I get to come back here, you gonna make a bet with me?
Depends on the bet.
You remember this guy right here?
Uh-oh.
You gonna make a bet with me?
Let's do it.
All right. If I get to come back here, if you guys don't run me out, and you guys like it enough to tell Buck and them that I can come back. Tennessee beats Alabama. You better wear a dress. And this next up. You gotta do your stand up in the dress. And if Alabama so happens to beat Tennessee, I'll come up here and I'll do my set in the dress.
Yes, sir.
Cowboy, you gonna make that bet with me too?
I'm not getting on that stage.
You know what? Hey, I just want you to sit front row in a dress. I don't even want you to wear panties. This guy, you gonna make a bet with me? Come here, what's your name? Yeah, you guys remember this, all right? Because you gonna see this cowboy wear a dress. What's your name? Travis what? I'm gonna look you up on Facebook. Your ass is telling me everything.
Goki.
How the hell do you spell that shit? G-O-K-E-Y? Shit. Everybody hit him up on Facebook, right? This fucker's gonna be the dress come after October. You find him, what are you looking at? What are you watching? He watching porn. Well, I'm sitting here. What the hell? Do they got big titties? Ain't nobody saw me their titties. At least I'm showing me some titties. The last time I was in Alabama, I almost didn't come back to Alabama.
Oh, shit.
I seen my first furry. You guys know what a furry is?
Yeah.
If you don't know what a furry is, oh, a furry, this world is getting so backwards nowadays, guys. Like nothing surprises me. But I seen my first furry. A furry is somebody that doesn't identify as a human, they want to identify as an animal. Say, example, cat or dog. I don't hate on nobody for being different. I don't, because there's adult furries and there's kids furries. It's just as a parent, I just think you should teach your kid common sense, you know. And I'm open to somebody telling me about this stuff. Like, I want to talk to you. Like, if you're a parent of a furry, talk to me after the show. Explain this to me. Tell me how you guys deal with it. I mean, I want my kid to be happy. I mean, if my kid come up to me and tell me, hey, Dad, I think I'm gay, you know, I would be fine with it. I would support my kid. I love him no matter what. You can't help who you love, you know, I would support him being gay, whatever, you know, if that's what he wants to be. But, guys, if my kid come up to me and say, which translates into, I think I'm a dog, I would probably have to smack you with a fucking newspaper. Go in and clean your room and don't be in there licking your ass. That's furries, man. I got questions like, do you feed them dog or cat food or whatever the hell kind of food they identify as? Do you take them to the park and walk them? Do you follow them around with a poop bag and clean up their shit after they take the shit in the park? I don't know, but if you are a parent of a furry and you do support your kid, I'm happy for you. But I think you should go full throttle if you do this, all right? I mean, you go hardcore. If you're going to support them, support them.
There you go.
No, I mean, when you leave for work, put them in a kennel. Chain them up outside. Don't take them to a barber. You take them to a groomer. You let them trim and neuter them and things, you know. Feed them dog, cat food. You know, if they shit or piss in the house, rub their nose in it, throw them outside. Take them to the vet and get a rabies shot, because you want to make sure they're up to date on their shots. While you're there, get them spayed and neutered. You don't want these little fuckers breeding. You don't want them having a litter of puppies in there. Because if you don't teach your kids logic and common sense, stuff telling them, you know, they're not a dog or whatever, then guys, I mean, they're going to grow up, they're going to be addicted to catnip. They're going to be on the streets doing tricks for treats. Or worse yet, they're going to be locked up in the pound. You know, so I'm just saying, teach your kids common sense. Because look, guys, if we don't, 10, 15, 20 years from now, instead of shaking hands, like me and you just shook hands, 10, 15, 20 years from now, if we allowed this shit to go, I'd be sniffing your ass. I get swamp ass a lot. You come sniff my ass, you're probably gonna start growing. Hey guys, I appreciate it. You guys been a great crowd. I hope I get to see you. I hope I get to come back and see this gentleman in a dress. You guys have a good night. I am Bobby Slam. Follow me on Facebook, TikTok. Appreciate you, sir.
Thank you, Bobby Slam, everybody.